football fans keep saying, the level has dropped. Players winning Ballon d'Ors with just 30 or 40 goal contributions. It's not like before. But is that really true? Or have we just been spoiled for 15 years by two aliens who weren't supposed to exist? Because when you look closely, football hasn't gone down. It's just back to normal. After the era of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Before we dive deep into this, make sure to subscribe to Cyberboot, where we break down football's biggest truths without filters. Hit that bell icon, because what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you look at football today. People say, players today can't score like Messi and Ronaldo used to. Football's lost its spark. But here's the real twist. Football hasn't declined. It's just that those two raised the level so high that normal greatness started looking average. Let's take you back to 2007. That year, Kaká won the Ballon d'Or, 20 goals and 14 assists. Everyone agreed he was the best player in the world. 20 goals and 14 assists. That was enough to crown a king. Fast forward to today. Players hit 35 or 40 goal contributions and people say, that's not Ballon d'Or level. Why? Because we lived through an era that broke the limits of reality. Between 2008 and 2021, football didn't belong to mortals. It belonged to Messi and Ronaldo. Let me remind you of some numbers that don't even sound human. Lionel Messi, 91 goals in 2011. Just think about that for a second. In that same year, Manchester United scored 85. PSG scored 86. Chelsea scored 87. Dortmund scored 88. Messi, one man, outscored entire clubs. That wasn't normal football. That was football being rewritten. And then you have Cristiano Ronaldo, 50-plus goals for 6 consecutive seasons. Consistency that doesn't exist in any other sport. These two didn't just dominate. They redefined excellence. They forced every striker, every midfielder, every coach to chase numbers that used to be impossible. Now, let me ask you, do you think anyone can ever reach that level again? Tell me in the comments. I'll read every single one. Now that Messi and Ronaldo have left Europe, football feels slower to some. But in truth, football is more balanced again. Let's take 2025 for example. Ousmane Dembélé, 51 goal contributions this season. That's actually elite by historical standards. We're just too used to seeing Messi do 70 or Ronaldo hit 60. That era warped our sense of what greatness means. Football now is returning to the normal competitive level. Teams are tighter tactically, defense is more compact, and overall systems share goals more evenly. Messi and Ronaldo were never supposed to be the standard. They were the exception to everything football had known. Let's talk about something deeper. Why fans feel football got worse. It's not the football, it's us, the audience. We grew up watching impossible things. We saw free kicks flying into top corners, hat tricks every other week, 120 goal seasons combined between two men. Now when we see 35 goals or 20 assists, it just feels light. But that's not on the players. That's because Messi and Ronaldo reprogrammed our expectations. They made extraordinary feel normal. And now that they're gone, football feels less magical, even though it's still brilliant. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Football today is actually more complex tactically than ever. Managers are using advanced pressing systems, hybrid roles, inverted fullbacks, positional play, all things that didn't exist 15 years ago. So fewer players are scoring 60 goals not because they're worse, but because football is smarter now. Back then, Messi and Ronaldo were allowed to play with total attacking freedom. Now, every forward defends, every midfielder presses, and every system spreads goals across 4 or 5 players. That's evolution, not decline. And here's the most emotional part. Even now in 2025, when both of them are in their final years, they're still producing world-class numbers. Messi, 20 GA in his last 9 games. Cristiano, still scoring, still competing. 2 decades at the top, and still relevant. You can't replace that, you can only appreciate it. When they finally retire, Football will go on, of course, but it will never feel the same again. Because they didn't just play football, they defined an era. So the next time someone says football's not the same anymore, remember, it's not worse. It's just human again. Messi and Ronaldo set the bar beyond reach, and now the game has simply returned to its roots. But here's the real question. Do you believe football will ever see another Messi or Ronaldo? Or is their chapter the greatest we'll ever witness? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be replying to the most insightful ones personally. And if you love this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Cyberboot, because here we don't chase clickbait, we chase football truth. Hit that like button, share this video with a real football fan, and I'll see you next time, where football meets perspective.